Today on the Trent Out Loud podcast. This is the biggest development in Sean Diddy Combs' case since he's been arrested. The USDA, the lead prosecutor on the case, has resigned. He's out. As a born Canadian and a Drake fan, I cannot stand that I love this new Kendrick Lamar video. Step aside Will and Jada, J and B, we got new marriage goals. Chrisean Rock and Blueface are married. What up? It's Trent Out Loud and I'm back with another episode. All right, it's Tuesday morning. Congratulations. You made it through Monday and we are here. I got a great show set up for you guys. I got two lead stories, one about Jack Smith and the second about Donald Trump. After that, we're going to jump into quick news. We're going to talk Kendrick Lamar, Elon Musk, Drake, Lisa Raye, Chrisean Rock, and Bishop TD Jakes. As we always do, we're going to close out with question of the day and a little bit of sports news. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, or your devices up. I'm about to start this show. Let's go. All right, this just in, we have breaking news for you. The U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York is resigning. This is not on any mainstream media. I haven't even seen it on any blogs. Shout out to Lisa Ever. She is a Fox reporter. I got this off of her Instagram. So shout out to Lisa. I know Lisa from back in her days when she was at Hot 97 in the music industry. So shout out to Lisa. And I'm also telling you that to confirm that you know that this is true. Lisa is a respected journalist, of course, over on Fox. So shout out to Lisa. Lisa wrote this and she said, the SDN is making it official. U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, Damon Wilson, is resigning December the 13th, 2004. He has presided over major cases, including the current Diddy RICO case. He is the first African-American to hold this prestigious position. So as I was getting ready to talk to you guys about this, one of our listeners, shout out to Roberta, sent me this, and this came officially from the United States Attorney Office. I'm going to read it to you. This is crazy. After I read it to you, I'm going to tell you everything that this implies and what this is going to mean for Diddy and his case moving forward, okay? U.S. Attorney Damon Wilson announces anticipated resignation from the Southern District of New York. I don't like how they put that anticipated, but we'll talk about that. All right, it starts off by saying, Damon Wilson, the United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York, who has served as the Chief Federal Law Enforcement Officer in the district, announced today his intentions of resigning his position as the U.S. Attorney effective 11:59 p.m. on December the 13th, 2024. Edward Kim, who currently serves as the Deputy United States Attorney, will become the acting United States Attorney upon his departure. U.S. Attorney Damon Williams said, "Today is a bittersweet day for me as I announce my resignation from United States Attorney of the Southern District of New York. It is bitter in the sense that I'm leaving my dream job, leading an institution I love that is filled with the finest public servants in the world. It is sweet in that I am confident I am leaving at a time when the office is functioning at an incredibly high level, upholding and exceeding its already high standards of excellence, integrity, and independence. That success is due to the career attorneys, staff members, and law enforcement agents of this office. Working with them during my tenure has been the privilege of my life. They are worthy custodians of this office's tradition of doing the right thing, the right way, for the right reasons. They are patriots. They are my family, and I will miss them dearly." Listen to this. "I thank President Biden for nominating me as the United States Attorney and Attorney General Garland for leading the department and supporting the Southern District of New York during my tenure. It has been an amazing honor to serve the American people." All right, a lot to unpack there. Why I highlighted this Biden part is who now is going to nominate the next district, the next attorney for the Southern District? Donald Trump. What have I been saying to you guys for the past 2 weeks? My sources have told me that Diddy has reached out to Donald Trump, Donald Trump's people, Diddy and Donald Trump has been boys. I even played a video for you guys last week about Van Lathan. He used to be at TMZ, another reputable journalist, saying the same thing about me, same thing that I said, that Diddy has reached out to Donald Trump. Sorry, he didn't say that Diddy reached out to Trump. He said that Trump would pardon Diddy. That's what he said. I don't want to misquote him. All of this to say is, don't you guys find it a little weird that at the height of his career, a Diddy RICO case, one of the most famous people in the world, this is a career-changing case. He leaves and resigns, and in his letter of resignation that I just read for you, off of the official website, this is not off a blog or off TMZ, this is the official website of the attorney's office, and he doesn't give a reason for him leaving. You guys don't find that a little bit weird? You don't find that a little bit suspicious? You're telling me that somebody didn't call him up and be like, yo, you need to resign? Something is going on. I'm telling you, I can't reveal too much stuff. I don't want to get this whole podcast like too crazy, but I'm telling you, and like I've told you guys last week and the week before, things are going down. Diddy is making moves, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave that up. Like I said, I don't want to get myself in too much trouble, but things are going down. Diddy is making moves. Now, having said all that, like I said yesterday and on Friday, in no way am I saying this that because I want Diddy to get out on bail, that I want him to get pardoned. I've talked about this yesterday. There's some comments where people are like, Trent, what about the victims and all of that stuff? I am here just reporting, doing investigative journalism, giving you guys the facts. I have no skin in the game. And like I said, if Diddy is found guilty of any of these crimes that he committed, I hope he spends the rest of his days in jail. And of course, I would love to see him pay some sort of price for what he did to Cassie in 2016, because that we don't even need a trial. We could see the video for that. However, he's not on trial for what he did in the Cassie video. That there's a statute of limitation, so he cannot be tried for that. But totally understand the victims and all of that. And yeah, like I said, this is no way in me being excited for him trying that I want him to get out of bail. Get out on bail. Again, just reporting to you what I'm hearing. And this, if you ask me, is the biggest development in this case thus far. Of course, the trial is going to continue. I just told you Kim is going to be stepping in now as the lead attorney, but he was the one that started this whole thing, did all the investigation. He is the one who decides when Diddy gets charged, what he gets charged with. When you're the head attorney, you are the one who is leading all the decisions. For him to step down and for somebody else to come in as an acting attorney, and now when Trump gets in, he gets to nominate somebody else. This is the biggest development in this case, 100%. This is changing everything. I'll leave you guys with that. You guys can sound off in the comment section below. Like I said, there's things I know that I cannot say right now, but you will find out in the next couple of weeks what's going on. And also don't forget, Diddy is still up for bail with the current judge who is residing over his case. Any minute now, as I'm recording, we could hear that he is out on bail. I'll keep you guys informed as much as I can. The judge last week said that he will make his decision sometime this week. We know that the American Thanksgiving is this Thursday and Friday, so that means we will know Tuesday or Wednesday. So today or tomorrow, we will find out if Diddy gets out on bail. But like I said, read the tea leaves, read between the line. The prosecution, the USDA, the lead attorney resigns, doesn't tell you why he's resigning. And they put it in the title, anticipated. This was not anticipated. If it was anticipated, we would have known a long time ago, and nobody knew about this, okay? So that's BS. That's another thing that it's like, what are you guys trying to pull over on us here? Like, give me a break. So all of a sudden, we're going to find out if he gets bail, and now he is resigning. Why do you think he's resigning? Just you tell me in the comment section below. Why do you think he's resigning? And we're going to find out if Diddy gets bail. And I already told you what I think if Diddy is going to get bail. And I played a lawyer's clip yesterday on if he thinks Diddy's going to get bail or not. So read between the tea leaves. And I know a lot of you are not going to be happy about this, but when you are in these positions of power and you hold this kind of money, you have this kind of privilege. That part sucks. That I will give you. It sucks for the, men and women who don't have these resources and these opportunities, but it is what it is, man. When you are friends for 25 years with the president-elect, these things happen. I'll leave you guys with that. And like I said, I will follow up and let you guys know what happens with Diddy's bail hearing. Our first lead story, special counsel Jack Smith files to dismiss charges against Donald Trump in election interference case. I'm sure another thing that you guys are going to be unhappy to hear about. Special counsel Jack Smith has filed a motion to drop all 4 felony charges against Donald Trump amid his re-election. As we previously reported, Trump was hit with these charges after he attempted to overturn the election of 2020. Donald Trump was indicted on 4 felonies, including conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to obstruct the office proceeding, obstruction of an attempt to obstruct the official proceeding, and conspiracy against rights. However, the Department of Justice has determined that its stance prohibiting a sitting president from being charged now applies to Donald and all the preceding cases. Jack Smith noted that his decision to drop the charges is based solely on this notion by the DOJ. He said the government's position on the merits of the defendant's prosecution has not changed, but the circumstances have. That prohibition is critical and does not turn on the gravity of the crimes charged, the strength of the government's proof, or the merits of its prosecution, which the government stands fully behind. So basically, Jack is like, listen, all 4 of those charges still stand. I could prove it. I am right. However, the government that is overseen by the president can't charge the president. So, like I said, I'm sure a lot of you are going to sound off below or send me emails about this. It's like you working for somebody in someone's company and then trying to fire them from their own company if they're not that, and they don't have a board. Like, Donald Trump is the boss and president of the DOJ. So how can you apply charges against somebody for that? Sound off below. Let me know what you guys feel about this. We knew that this was coming. A lot of people said the sole reason why Donald Trump ran again was to avoid all of these charges. And it looks like every single one has dropped. The only one that I haven't heard of anything yet that's been dropped is from Fani Willis in Georgia. That is a state case. I'm not too sure what the regulations are with filing charges against a president from a state level. I'm not 100% sure on that. And if I know anything about Fani Willis, which I do know a lot about her, she's not going to drop it if she doesn't have to. So we shall see about that. If anybody knows about that case, please let me know and comment below and send me emails. But Donnie is getting off of all his charges. And before I end this segment, just want to note, just like I said with the Diddy segment, I am not a Donald Trump fan. I am not a Kamala Harris fan. I am not Republican. I am not Democrat. We're an independent Purple podcast. We're just here reporting your news. So please, please don't comment anything below and tell me that I'm a Donald Trump supporter. All right. Our second lead story, Donald Trump's federal workforce overhaul could put up to 50,000 jobs at risk. All right, this is not another Donald Trump story. This is more about the working force and about federal agents. And we touched on this yesterday, so I just wanted to follow up on it, okay? Donald Trump plans to reshape the federal workforce, it could result in up to 50,000 people losing their jobs, raising deep concern about the future of the civil service and the potential popularization of government's decision making. Trump aims to reintroduce the controversial Schedule F order, which would allow the dismissal of career employees in key roles and their replacement with political loyal appointees. Jacqueline Simpson, political director of the American Federation of the Government Employees, said, "I think there would probably be an exodus because federal employees just want to do their jobs." Experts warn that Schedule F could undermine the integrity of critical government functions. Ronald Sanders, who resigned from the Trump-appointed position over this policy, cautioned that such changes popularizes loyalty over competency. So just yet another move from Donald Trump and his new cabinets and the people that he's appointing. And it looks like Donald Trump is literally just doing everything he can to put his people in position. Now, we wanted to bring this in here because we really want to know from you guys what you think about this. There are people on the side, of course, on the Donald Trump side, the over 70 million people that voted for him that said, we voted for Donald Trump. We gave him a mandate. We trust him to put these people in place. Now you have people on the left, the Democratic side, and even some independents that are saying, listen, we understand that you voted, that people voted for you, and we understand that you were president before, but the cabinet that you had before almost kind of put up a guardrail and had Donald Trump kind of as like they had like watchdogs almost kind of in his cabinet before. Now it's like there's no watchdogs, and it's all people who are strict government Donald Trump loyalists, and some people are getting scared. Do you think that it's something to be fearful of, and this could be like the end of democracy as we know it? Or are you on the side of like, listen, I trust Donald Trump and I don't think we have anything to worry about? My opinion is, and like I say every time I talk about politics here, is one thing I love about American politics is that it's a democratic society. Every 4 years and every 2 years, you get to change the House, the Senate, and the person at the top, the presidency. And yes, sometimes the person that you don't like wins, but the beauty of it is that you get to vote and you get to have this beautiful democracy. With the things that Donald Trump is going on with right now, I feel like you might have to start questioning democracy if it's all just Trump loyalists. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Sound off. I'd love to know what you guys think. All right, this brings us to quick news. Ring my bell. All right, as a Drake fan, I was really happy to bring this to you guys. Kendrick Lamar's album GNX is predicted to flop, expected to sell only 230 to 260,000 its first week. It is predicted to be his lowest first week sales since 2012. To put it into context, Drake sold 553 first week with a surprise album almost a decade ago. Okay, to be fair, I don't really like that last line about Drake selling a surprise album a decade ago. Sales were totally different, so I don't really love that comparison, even though I'm the biggest Drake fan ever. However, this is fact. Kendrick Lamar's album is predicted to flop according to his standards. So we talked about the review on our special Diddy episode. I think it was like 382. So I won't go too much into the album. I talked about it. You can go check out that podcast if you want. But a lot of people are not talking about what the predictions are and that his album might flop because, of course, everybody wants to be Drake haters and be like, yo, Kendrick, he's the GOAT. I also saw a blog put out his streaming numbers. Oh, Kendrick is streaming 400 or 500 million streams, blah, blah, blah. Yo, why are we now talking about streaming numbers? It's been for the past 20, 25 years, we talk about album sales. What are his album sales are? And by the way, album sales do incorporate streaming numbers. But of course, 500 million just sounds better when your album sales, which is a combination of everything, is not so great and is predicted to flop. So I don't know what I have out there as far as listeners, if you're on Kendrick's side or on Drake's side, but I'm here to tell you that Kendrick Lamar's album is predicted to flop. Our second quick story. Elon Musk laughs at Trump actually creating a new government agency for him to run. All right, so Elon Musk tweeted out this. I'll put up a picture just as proof for you guys on YouTube or Spotify. You could see this. But for those who are just listening to this, trust me when I tell you this is real. He wrote and said, I still can't believe DOGE is real. And he put the laughing out loud emojis. And DOGE, by the way, for those who don't know, stands for Department of Government Efficiency. Now, why would he tweet this out and laugh? If this is something that he really wanted or believed in, wouldn't he be like, I can't believe like my dreams and aspirations have finally come true and put like the praying hand emojis? Why would you put, I still can't believe DOGE is real and put laughing emojis? What does this mean? Like that is I don't get it, man. But hey, there's 2.1 million followers for this account on Twitter and nobody following it yet. I think he just really put this out today, but I don't know, man. I don't really feel like that's cool. This is supposed to be a program, a government agency under efficiency, not something that you should laugh at. And for those of you who don't know, this is a government that regulates contracts that will look over Elon Musk's government contracts for SpaceX and Tesla. So Elon will be the boss of the people who are watching over his contracts. That's really why he's laughing at it, which is such a, like, he's laughing in our faces basically. But how, I just don't understand how you could be so flamboyant about it. Like, that's almost disrespectful. But y'all tell me what you think. Our third quick story, my man Drizzy makes QXC turn off the Weeknd's music during their live stream. All right, I have a little clip. So Drizzy Drake, the Canadian savior, Drizzy Drake, he came out and he was on XQC's stream. He made an appearance and a lot of things came of this. Drake came out and said, yeah, it's me, Drake, live in the flesh. I'm here. You need a lot more to take me out. Not just fairy tales alone can't take me out. Referring to Kendrick, that he was lying on Not Like Us. That's his fairy tales. He made a couple of other things. He said that he was going out on tour in Australia. But one of the things that made the biggest headline was when QX, I don't even know who this guy is. XQC, when XQC started streaming one of the Weeknd song, and Drake was like, no, you got to turn that off, man. Take a listen to the stream from XQC. My bad. This is the first time I'm learning about this guy. I don't know who he is. Oh my gosh. XQC. Take a listen.
You have to switch this song off.
It's on a play, you know, so like,
You have to switch this one. The real sixes, the real six hat. We don't listen to that. Yeah, exactly. Play some Blink-182.
This is the Drake I like. I like when Drake is petty. I liked when he came for DeMar DeRozan, even though DeMar's my boy, and I just interviewed him like a month ago. But I like when he came for DeMar. I like every time he comes for Kendrick. I like when he started off the stream by saying fairy tales can't hold me down. I like that he's like, don't play the Weeknd's music. I like it. This is how you should be. You're in a battle. And you're not in a good position in the battle. I'm not gonna say he lost, but I like Petty Drake. I like this. Keep it up. I know you're gonna get a lot of hate, but I have faith that Drake is going to come out of this victorious in some way. In some way, I pray. But yeah, that's my guy, Drizzy. Keep up the pettiness. All right. Our fourth quick story. 57-year-old actress Lisa Raye McCoy explains why she only dates wealthy men. She said, I don't want to stress any man out trying to keep up with my lifestyle. You want a vacation for a week? I want a vacation for a month. Lisa Raye, by the way, shout out to Lisa Raye, man. Love her. She set the internet on fire talking about this, kind of like Whoa Vicky yesterday when she was talking. And a lot of people are, of course, have their opinion on it. Oh my gosh, she's a gold digger, whatever, blah, blah. But I don't feel like this is really gold digging, kind of like how Whoa Vicky was, because Whoa Vicky doesn't have this kind of money that Lisa Raye has. And I feel like what she was more saying is, she's like, I don't want to stress a man out trying to keep up with my lifestyle. You want a vacation for a weekend. I vacation for a month. So she's just saying, listen, I just want somebody that's in my class. She's not saying I need to be with a billionaire, but she's like, listen, if you want to be with me, I live a certain life. How are you going to be able to match that life or at least maintain my life with me? Now, on the other side, people are saying, listen, if you love somebody, then that shouldn't matter. And if you have the means to go on vacation for a month, then take your man on vacation for a month. But I understand that point of view and love, but you have to get to a place to love somebody, right? And if she doesn't have anybody like before she had money that she can get to that place with, and now meeting somebody at her level, it's hard, right? It's hard to get to that place, to get to know somebody, because I feel the best relationships and even the best friendships have a common interest. You need to have a commonality of something that you both bond and can like talk and communicate over, and then from there a relationship blossoms. Like, you know, my good friends golf. I'm a big golfer. A lot of my friends golf because that's what we've bonded, and we go golfing together. You know what I mean? So if she's used to vacationing for a month and the guy who she's with, his career is a 9 to 5 and he only gets 2 weeks vacation, how are they supposed to maintain that relationship or even get to that point? That's just my point of view. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Send me emails, but I don't feel like this is a gold digger thing. I think is that she's just trying to find somebody that she could find common ground with. That's my thought. Our fifth quick story, new warning for 2 billion iPhone, iPad, and Mac users. Apple ID is suspended. All right, it's not suspended, but that's what you may have seen in the past couple of days. So I wanted to alert you guys. It's not true, all right? It's a big scam. With Black Friday almost upon us, no wonder the scammers are out in full force. While it may be a well-used tactic, the cyber criminals behind the latest attack targeting all users on Apple ID have honed their craft into a highly believable and demanding action warning, and you might get an email or a message saying your Apple ID is suspended. Basically, don't click on no links, don't open anything, erase whatever comes your way. Go to your own page, like on your own website, and then try to log into your Apple ID. If you get a message from a window that you opened that it's suspended, then it might be suspended. But any sort of information, text message, phone call, or whatever, be careful out there. I hate all of these cyber things that happen to people, so be careful out there, all my iPhone users. Our sixth quick story. Blueface's mom says he and Chrisean are not married amid circulating rumors. Blueface's mom spoke to the Shade Room, denying rumors that her son and Chrisean are married. She reveals that after speaking to Blueface's team and lawyers, they confirmed the claims are false. The rumors began circulating after Blueface's aunt went live, claiming the two had tied the knot. Blueface and Chrisean have yet to speak or confirm on these rumors. Here is a little clip from Blueface's aunt. Take a listen.
So the news is, on behalf of the Harvey family, I'd like for y'all to officially put some respect on Miss Chrisean Malone Porter's name. She is his wife. It has been confirmed.
Y'all know that I love Chrisean and Blueface. They are super toxic and super ghetto, but I fully love them and they literally keep me entertained. More Chrisean than Blueface, but you can't have one without the other, all right? There are ghetto, trifling Jay-Z and Beyonce. I love them. Now, I don't know what this means. I don't know what to believe. I tried to call up some people, but I don't know too many people in their camp. But I did try to reach out and I didn't get any sort of confirmation on this. But if you go to Chrisean's Instagram, she put like a husband kind of emoji and added Blueface. And then Blueface put a wife emoji and added Chrisean. So are they really married, or did his aunt say this and they're trolling? Because they are trolling masters. So my intuition makes me feel like they're just trolling because that's just what they do. But they may have gotten married because Blueface is in jail and now they can have some special visits if you're married. So it could be that reason too. Who knows? But y'all know I will stay up to date on this. This is even more exciting than Diddy for me, man. Chrisean and Blueface, can't wait for them to get out and start literally setting the internet ablaze. Our seventh quick story. Bishop T.D. Jakes suffers a medical emergency during a church service. Bishop T.D. Jakes reportedly suffered a medical emergency while live streaming on his service Sunday. Keep him in our prayers. So I didn't report this on Monday. I don't like reporting on these things, but I just wanted to let you guys know, more importantly, that his children have come out, or I think, his daughter, has come out and said that he is doing better and he is okay. All right. So they released an update on Bishop T.D. Jakes' health after his medical emergency, saying that he is okay and he is doing better. They haven't told us what it was, but if you have seen the video, which I don't want to post, I was about to, but I'm not going to post it. It looks like the bishop was having a stroke on stage, which is really scary and sad to see. but they haven't said anything. They're saying it like a medical emergency, kind of like what happened to Jamie Foxx. We'll find out when he's better and they want to tell us. It's his right to privacy, but he is doing better and he is okay. So I just wanted to put this in here and let you guys know that he is doing fine, and we'll keep you up to date on what happens with Bishop TD Jakes. Our 8th quick story: Kendrick Lamar drops music video for Squabble Up. Oh, Lord. This is not a drill. Moments ago, Kendrick Lamar dropped visuals for his newly released song, Squabbled Up. Are you happy to see K-Dot outside? What's another record that you want to see? Blah, 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 blah. Boo! No, I'm joking, man. By the way, I'm just totally joking with all the Kendrick and Drake stuff. I'm just in Drake's corner, but I totally have fun with it. Love both artists. It's hip-hop, man. So hip-hop is winning. I'm all here for it. But to get back to the jokes, I hate that I really like this video. I didn't even like the Not Like Us video. I literally was like, ugh, I thought we would get something more for such a big song. But something about this video I love. And yes, Kendrick looks like he's in a zone, man. This is really not good for us Drake fans. It's hard, man. It's going to be a hard couple of months. We have this coming up. Well, that came up. Then we have the Grammy Awards. We have Super Bowl. Yo, man, I'm not going to be able to be happy till like March, yo. This is really, really bad. This is not a good look for Drake fans. But anyways, like I said, the video is actually dope. So check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Shout out to K-Dot. All right, this brings us to question of the day. Are hotels better than Airbnbs? All right, we've covered this question of the day before, but I wanted to check the temperature and see if you guys have listened to me and have finally admitted that Airbnbs are 10 times better than hotels, all right? Somebody put, hotels, at least you have staff. Airbnb, you don't know what you're getting into. It's a gamble. That's not true. You could literally rent from a super host, and you look all the pictures and you look at the comments, same thing. I've gone to hotels that I thought was amazing and they were horrible and they were like crap. So you get the same thing that happens at hotels or Airbnbs, all right? Somebody else said, hotels don't have kitchen nor as much privacy as Airbnb. There you go. Y'all are listening to me. Unbreakable007 said, I don't go on vacation to do chores. Hotels, please. Whack. Somebody else said, okay, no, that's too long to read. I'm low on time. Somebody said, hotel for me, please. I'm not trying to mow nobody's lawn and pick up the kids after school. What? That doesn't even make any sense. Hotels are better because it's no cleaning fee. Don't have to fear that somebody is watching you. You have a lot of hotel workers that do a lot of shady stuff too, okay? I've heard really bad stories. Somebody says Airbnbs used to be a cheaper alternative than hotels. Now they are more expensive and more stressful. What do you mean I got to take out my own trash? Somebody else said the only thing an Airbnb is good for is for large groups of people. If there are 2 or y'all or more. Totally agree. Somebody said, I like hotels just because you don't have to do chores before you leave. Blah, blah, blah. All right. So you people are still saying that hotels are better. Listen, oh, hold on. I think I got somebody that said Airbnb. Somebody said, plus Airbnbs ruined the housing market in most cities. Okay, damn it. Listen, Airbnbs are so much better. Let me tell you the biggest reason why. When you stay at an Airbnb, you get to be with the people. When you stay at hotels, you're around other tourists and you don't get to see the place that you're at. Now, I'm more talking about, you know, a vacation Airbnb. Like if you go to like South America, or if you go to, the Caribbean, or even if you're actually, you know what, even if you're going to some place like England or whatever, when you stay at an Airbnb, you're with the people and you're more around local things. And for me, when I'm going somewhere, I want to experience the place that I'm visiting. Especially if I'm going to DR or Jamaica, the last thing I want to do is stay with a bunch of people like where I'm from. Last time I stayed at a resort, which I was so mad. On the plane, it was, I can't remember what plane it was. I think it was maybe Sunwing. Everybody was from Montreal and Toronto. Everybody. Hey, oh my gosh, that's the guy from EXCLUCITY. Oh yeah, I know you from the podcast. I knew everybody on the plane, or they knew me. We were there on the resort, and the whole resort was filled with people from Montreal and Toronto. Like, I cannot stand it. And it's not that I don't want to be with people who I know or that might know me. That's not the problem at all. My problem is that I'm trying to get away from the things that I'm around all the time. I want to meet new people. I want to be in new areas. I don't want to be in DR with people at a hotel club with people who I'm in the club with in Toronto. Like, yeah, I just saw you 2 days ago at this club. Now I see you in DR at that club. Nah, bro. Trust me, do Airbnbs, and especially like one of the comments said, if you're with a group of people, woo, rent out a nice house Airbnb. I just did that in Barbados. So much fun, like a 4 or 5 bedroom house. It was beautiful. Yes, you might have to do a little bit of work, a little bit of cleaning up, but you had helpers that came in like 2 or 3 times out of the week. They help clean up or whatever. So much fun. You don't even have to cook. We ordered food. One day we did get groceries. And anyways, let me stop. I had so much fun. Trust me, try Airbnbs. All right, our second question of the day. All right, somebody who I know sent this to me. So shout out to you know who. So the question of the day is, I want men to answer this only. How do you know when you're in love? All right. By the way, comment below. I want men and women. Women, when do you think men are in love? And men, when do you know that you're in love? Okay, I want to hear from both sides. But somebody says, when I talk to God about her. Somebody, one girl said here, I'm just here to read the comments of lies. Another gentleman wrote and said, my stomach hurts when she's outside. Yeah, I feel you, dog. All right. S.O. Breezy says, men knows when they're in love, when her happiness feels like his purpose, her presence quiets his chaos, and the thought of her is both his greatest peace and sweetest ache. This guy sounds like he's like a Hallmark card or something. Somebody else wrote in and said, I fall in love in 3 days. Don't ask me any of these questions. Peter who _ said, when you use condoms with the other ones, y'all are just not serious at all. Somebody said, I just called my boyfriend to ask him this and he hung up. We're not getting any answers here. Well, one guy gave us an answer, but he was a little corny with it. I'm trying to find... Somebody said only the men are supposed to answer. For real, there's a lot of girls answering here. Somebody says, when I'm in their bushes. I know we weren't going to get any serious answers. Somebody else wrote in and said, when hurting her hurts me. That's a really good answer. I like that. Somebody said, when I spend my money. Oh my gosh. Somebody else said, when I'm only seeing her. All right, no real serious answers. Let me give you guys the answer, okay? The real answer for both sides, and why I didn't like that this was asking to separate is I feel like people make a huge mistake when they try to separate men and women. Yes, men and women they are different, 100%, but we all have the same love inside of us and the same feeling of love, and we know when we're in love. The problem is that men are too ignorant and don't want to acknowledge when they're in love because they're too afraid. However, men and women are in love when they start making changes. That's when love happens, because love, the biggest factor in love is when you are not first. So when you start making changes for that person, when you start making sacrifices for that person, when you start thinking of that person, that is love. Now, there's levels to it. You know what I mean? Like, there are levels to it. And the more you fall in love with somebody, the more you're willing to make sacrifices for them and make changes. Not only sacrifices, but changes. It's yin and yang. They fit into one. To be in love and to be in a serious relationship, you have to become one. And that is the hardest thing to do. Hardest thing to do. Yes, sometimes easier for some men and sometimes easier for some women. But that is the essence of love, is two people coming together and becoming one. And two wholes becoming one whole, you have to shave and sacrifice some parts of your whole to become a new whole. It was a little deep, but that is the truth, and that is the real meaning behind love. All right, this brings us to sports news. Saquan Barkley is on pace to break the single season rushing record. Saquon Barkley is currently on pace to beat Eric Dickerson's single season rushing yards of 2,105 yards, and that was set back in 1984. Yo, I watched the Sunday night game, and I'm telling you, Barkley is crazy on another level. I don't even like watching NFC games. I'm all AFC, I'm all Kansas City. And I'm telling you, after watching that game, I am afraid. I am afraid for my Chiefs. Saquon is crazy. He is insane. He is a real problem. And anybody who knows football knows that when you unlock the running game, it's over for the defense. And it's hard to cover a run defense and a pass. It's hard to cover a running offense and a strong passing offense. You don't know what to cover and who to cover. So this is going to be tough for defenses. Luckily, Kansas City has one of the best defenses in the league. So who knows? We might have a rematch of, I think, 2 or 3 Super Bowls ago. Anyways, shout out to Philadelphia Eagles. All right, that is it for my Tuesday show. Thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure you tune in for the rest of the week. We got good shows lined up. Before I let you guys go, I just want to remind you of all the ways to keep up with the Trend Out Loud podcast. If you're used to watching the show on YouTube or podcast platforms, please try to check me out Monday through Friday from 11 to 12 on CFQR600.com or 600 AM if you're in the Montreal area. We do play the Trend Out Loud podcast, but we also mix in 90s and 2000s hip hop and R&B. It's a great way to get your entertainment and viral news while listening to your favorite hits from the 90s and 2000s. Now, vice versa, if you're used to listening to this show on CFQR and you can't always catch a show between 11 to 12, we get it. You're busy. You got things to do. It's 1 hour. Who knows what you are doing during that hour? Well, let me tell you of the 3 ways to keep up with the show. On CFQR.com's website, after you click Listen Live, there is a button that says Listen on Demand. You can click there and all 384 Trend Out Loud podcasts will pop up. So listen as much as your heart desires, all right? There's, of course, YouTube that we upload on daily. And, of course, any podcast platform. Just go to your desired site, type in Trend Out Loud, the show will pop up. Don't forget to hit the follow or subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new show. And just like YouTube, we upload daily. You can check me out on any social platform. The handle is always the same, Trend Out Loud. Don't forget to follow the media company, EXCLUCITY Media, on Instagram. And lastly, for those of you who are tuned in right now on CFQR 600, do not touch that dial. My homeboy, Don Smooth, is coming up next with the midday mix or lunch mix, whatever you want to call it, from 12 to 1. And Don is always dropping the hits. I'll see y'all tomorrow. It's hump day. I don't know, man. Friday's kind of close, y'all. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trend Out Loud. Peace.